Yes, ma'am. Are you saying something?
Yeah, it's on screenshot mode. It's full screen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's full screen.
Okay. Actually, we can see the left panel of all the slides as well. Just check if it's,
Okay.
yeah,
It is full screen now.
presentation mode.
Yeah, it is in presentation mode.
Okay. So maybe there is a delay because we can still see the left hand side, all the slides.
Okay. So
Yes, I think now it's changing. There is some net issue, I suppose. There is a lag. We can't see your screen.
I'm trying again to share the screen.
Okay. No, Sumit, we can't see your screen.
Ma'am, I'm trying to again share the screen. Let me see. Some lag in the network connection is not good here.
Volume is not clear.
Yes, better.
Is it visible now?
It's visible now. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Shall I start?
Yes, please.
So today we will be discussing something about 3D printers. We are having two 3D printers, one based on SLA technique, that is Formlab 2, and another is an FDM printer which we are having in our lab. So to start off with, just recapitulating about 3D printing. Additive manufacturing.
Dr. Sumit, we are having
Some
a
echo is there.
echo. So yes, twice we are listening to you. So maybe there are two devices in the lab.
Yeah. Trying to get it corrected.
Just say something, Dr. Smith.
Yeah. Is it the screen is visible to you?
The screen is visible. Your voice is also audible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm starting the presentation again. So we are having two 3D printers in our lab. One is FDM printer and another is SLA printer. The SLA printer is Formlab, and and we have a Ender FDM printer. Uh, just to recapitulate what we have discussed previously in the week of training, that the 3D printing technology is additive manufacturing technology, where the computer aided designed objects are printed using a 3D printer. The principle of the additive manufacturing technology is that it prints by depositing a layer over layer of the material. The material which are used in 3D printing are like resin, or it may be a spool of wire in FDM printers. Uh, these 3D printing technologies having huge application in medical and dental sciences, in jewelry industry, in constructing buildings and structures, in engineering industry, automobile, and the aerospace industry. 3D printers, based on the principle of how they work, can be categorized as SLA printer, FDM printer, SLS, that is selective laser sintering printer, digital light processing DLP printer, and laminated object manufacturing printers. The SLA printer and FDM printers are most widely used, and we are presently having these two printers, and we will be discussing it in a more detail in today's presentation. So this is the SLA printer. First, we will be discussing the SLA printer. It is a stereolithographic printer. It prints by hardening the resin by application of a laser beam. So as this image, as this photograph shows, that the printer is having a build platform, a resin tank. The below unit is having the light processing unit, where the laser beams are and focused as per the design. This build platform moves down into the tank and the resin is hardened. So this is the more schematic detail of the SLA printer. I will be showing this printer in end of the presentation, just to have an idea of how the printer is built. So this schematic picture shows this is the printed object which is suspended through the supports on the build platform. This is the build platform, which is fixed on a axis. This moves up and down, and then these are the supports. The supports suspends the printed object, the object of interest, which we have imported into the printer. The printer takes the STL file, which we have discussed later previously, that the STL files are the designed files which are imported into the printer. This is the resin which hardens in effect of the laser beam, and here in the lower part of the unit, the laser beams are generated and focused using galvanometers. This is the detail of the schematic diagram we have shown before. The desktop 3D printers contain a resin tank with a transparent base and a non-stick surface. I will be showing this tank to you in the end of the presentation. This is the built platform. It moves into the resin tank. This is the resin tank. If you can see, if you can appreciate in this image, this is the resin filled. This build platform moves inside the resin tank, and the light LPU is the light processing unit. From this light processing unit, laser beams are directed and focused on this resin, and a layer is hardened. The substrate of the liquid resin, to cure it, it hardens and it moves up. The printing process starts with descent of the build platform into the resin tank. The build platform gets immersed into the tank, and a laser beam is moved and moves as per the design of object we have. layer is laid. Then this moves up and the rest of the part is detached. Like this, the laser beams are generated. This roller gently squeezes the resin out and under part to a thin layer. The laser, the layer of the resin is cured. It adheres to the build platform and then moves up. And then a second layer is laid, and this process continues till the whole object is printed. The laser is pointed using two mirror galvanometers in Formlab 2, and this direct lights in the desired coordinates in the axis of the in the axis as per the design. The focusing of the light is through the mirrors, which are fixed into the light processing unit where the laser beam is generated. Now here it shows it how the laser beam after the resin is laid, the build platforms lifts out of the liquid gently, and a layer is laid down. The cured layer is then separated from the bottom of the tank, and the build platform moves up to let the fresh resin flow beneath. This process is continuously repeated. Now, having a comparison of the laser spot, the Formlab 2 is a laser SLA printer where the minimum laser spot image, it is now they have improved their technology to low force stereolithography, that is here this size is further reduced. The reduction in the size of the laser beam gives us a better and more detailed curing of the resin. So more detailed curing, a minimum layer of more details can be obtained using the LFS, but this technology is with Formlab 3 printer. We are having the DLP printer. However, I have tried to show here that how the DLP printer cures, and the pixels are and the curing is in this format where the projected light is focused and a bigger area is cured. Coming on to the FDM printers, the FDM printer is used with the fused is the fused deposition modeling, and here a spool of ABS, that is acrylamide, butadiene, styrene, or polylactic acid PLA is extruded through the extruder where the temperature is elevated, is heated, and the material is melted, and a layer is laid over the build platform. It is more common. It is a cheaper printer, and lesser details can be obtained using the FDM printer technology. The schematic of an FDM 3D printer is that this is how the filament is moved through the extruder. That this unit is controlling the temperature, and from this nozzle a layer of melted filament is layered one by one till the whole of the desired design is printed. We are having this printer, the Ender printer, a very basic FDM printer. You can see that this is based on a frame, this framework, and this is the extruder where and a cooling fan is attached to it, and this is a nozzle, and through this this pipe the filament comes here and is melted. This moves down, and on this printer bed the layer of the material is laid down. This is the power supply, the display screen, and the X and the Y axis are controlled. This moves in this direction, and the X direction, and this this part moves up and down so that the desired design is laid down. This is further that the filament spool is fed into the extruder. The extruder roller moves and feeds the filament into the nozzle where the temperature is raised, and the printed head table moves into the axis coordinates as per the design. You can see in this that how this FDM printer works. This is the heated nozzle from where the filament spool comes down.
So interesting here is to note the support structures.
Yeah. The support structures will be covered in the lecture later in this week. So today I will be just introducing the basic components of the printer to have an idea of how this printer works. The support structures is the base, is the skeleton over which the desired prototype is built. The desired design is laid down.
But in this printer, printing of entire skull will take up to 3 days.
Yeah, it's a time-taking process.
These are very low cost printers.
This printer is costing something around 35,000 only, and the filament is procured in kgs, something around 1,000 rupees kg, and some different color filaments are there. You can see the build platform is moving as per the design we have imported in our STL file into this system, into this printer. However, the nozzle is fixed, but the build platform moves in various coordinates x and y axis. After this video, I will be showing you. I will be switching on the video, the camera to show you the tank, the resin tank, and how we filled the resin in it, and we'll be showing you the Formlab 2 printer, the various components of the Formlab 2.
So this is the spool. Can you just focus on the spool as well?
Yeah, try to do. I will be showing full by switching on my video.
Okay.
So this is this visible?
Yes.
This is the tank of Formlab 2. Here is the badging of Formlabs, and this tank is having a transparent surface, and resin is filled in this tank. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, we can see the resin tank.
This tank is having a wiper. A wiper is there. I'm showing it separately as well. This is a wiper. It is fixed inside the resin tank, and this wiper moves after every layer is laid down. It is fixed inside the printer. Is the printer visible?
Yes.
This is the Formlab 2 3D printer.
Up to what size it can print?
It can print up to, I'm not exactly measurements I'm not having right now.
Yeah, but just
I'm
approximately
showing
a
the, I
skull.
will be showing the build platform. This is the build platform. This is the dimension which we can print.
Yes.
Is this visible?
Yes.
This build platform comes with a stand. We remove it from this stand and is fixed to the printer upper surface like this. Can you see how it is fixed?
Yes, we could see.
And then it is latched down so that it doesn't comes out. Now the resin tank is fixed on the lower surface, on the lower part, and beneath that we are having the light processing unit. From here inside the laser beams are are focused, and this is the resin tank, and this is the wiper which is fixed inside. You see it? Is it visible?
Yes, we can see the movement.
Yeah. Behind the printer, the resin the resin tank, the ink comes in this cartridge. This is the various type of various color and various codes are there as per the requirement. This is a gray cartridge. Here the details are mentioned of the code number, and it is having a chip inside, and this cartridge is placed behind in the slot and opened. Once it is opened, the the resin gets collected inside the resin tank. The resin, once the the resin is collected inside the tank, the the Formlab 2 works on a software known as Preform. I will be showing it, sharing the screen to show a glimpse of that software in a while. So we import the image as per the design, and we design the support system. The supports are designed as per the requirement, and this is imported and the printer is ready to print. We upload a job over here. It is having a screen. It shows the various design, the dimensions, the how many layers are to be laid, the type of resin, how much quantity of resin is left is indicated over here. And then if everything is okay, we can go for the printing. This is how we have the job. Once the job is done, it is mentioned as finished. And if it is stopped in between, then it mentions like that. It gets connected through a Wi-Fi. This screen shows the details where when the resin tank is fixed, it shows the resin tank is there. When cartridge is placed, it shows that the cartridge is placed. Then it heated to about 32 degrees centigrade, and then it starts printing. It connected through a Wi-Fi. Every printer of by the Form Labs is given a name at the company itself. That this printer which we are having is named as Lively Kit. So like other printers are having different names, and we can have the connection through here. The settings and the firmware details can be here. The printer information, the serial code, model, firmware version, etc. details are there. Then board login can be there. We can control the working of the printer through internet also. This is the basic build and details of the Formlab 2 printer. Once the printing is done, it is washed in Form Wash. This is this visible? This is Form Wash. This is having like this printed model is washed in isopropanol, which is filled inside this foam wash, and it moves like a swirl motion so that resin can be cleaned from each and every surface, else it is very sticky. So this is how we print and wash it, and then it is cured in this unit, which is the curing unit. This is the curing unit. The temperature is set and the curing time cycle can be selected as per the requirement for 60 minutes, and at what temperature, like we wanted to heat it and cure it for 60 degree for 50 minutes or 20 minutes, and what temperature we want to cure it, it can go up to 80 degree centigrade temperature. This is the curing unit, which comes separately, and we can cure the printed model in this curing unit. Now I will be showing the FDM printer which we are having. Is this visible?
Yes.
This is the FDM printer which we are having. This is having the control panel, the power supply. This is the spool of this is the spool and of PLA. The spool mentions that it is 1.7 mm in thickness. The printing temperature is 190 to 210 centigrade, and the heated bed temperature is 60 degree. This spool is loaded in and is placed like this over the printer. This is the framework, and this is the nozzle from where this is laid down. This is the build platform. This platform moves.
So the difference was that in Formlab, the build platform was on the top.
Yeah, this is one difference, and another is in the detailing of the printed structure. That is in FDM, since the layers are laid, it is a bit crude, so the surface details are not as good as it is in SLA printer.
So it's good for playing and for just making 3D printed models for, but not for medical purposes.
Yeah, it
Or
is
for
good for education
anatomical
purpose.
models, yes, it can be used, but not. It doesn't have as good
I can
accuracy.
show few anatomical models. These are few anatomical models printed in the.
Can you please raise your hand? We can't see. Yeah. Yes.
Visible now?
Yes.
This is printed in FDM printer.
Yes.
This is the glenoid fossa printed in FDM printer. Finger prosthesis printed in FDM printer. And models like this can also be printed.
Yes.
In SLA printer, we can have a better detailing, like the components of the ventilator using the Formlab 2 SLA printer.
We usually print our interoperative guides using Formlab.
Yeah. Uh, the Formlab is having a few resins which can be autoclaved. However, the FDM printer is not having any resin available which can be autoclaved. This is the limitation of the FDM printer. We also printed a West model and invested it. It is printed on a SLA printer. Any questions? Any questions from anyone?
I don't see anything on the chat box.
Hello.
Yes.
What is the capacity of the printing cartridge?
That depends on the capacity in what sense? In CC,
Yeah,
it
in
depends
CC
upon
or
the design.
ML.
It depends upon the design. Depends upon the design.
So if we want to print mandible, so in one cartridge, how many mandibles can we print?
Around four to around 4 to 5 mandibles can be printed in a cartridge.
And the cartridge, now the limitation with Formlabs is Formlabs 3D printer is good, good for medical purposes, but it has to use its own branded resin. So you
Yeah,
can't use any cartridge. It has to be from Formlabs only. So there is the factor which is limiting.
they
So
are having a chip
Okay.
fixed inside the lower part of the cartridge. If it is-
Yes, it is visible on the corner.
Yeah. So this takes record of the cartridge used. As we placed it inside the printer, it assesses the quantity available inside the tank, inside uh, the cartridge tank, and it also assesses the quantity of resin available in the tank which we have. And for every colored every different resin, we have to have a different tank. A single
Okay.
tank cannot be used for different resins.
Okay.
Like the one which I showed in the printer is having gray resin. This is a gray resin, so the tank over there is having gray uh, gray resin dedicated tank only, and this one which I showed initially is having clear resin inside.
Okay.
So we need to have a different tank for a clear resin. Like model, for model resin, we need to have a different tank. So we need to have a number of tanks. A tank slowly gets deteriorated after polymerizing, say around 2 to 3 or 4, maybe 4 liter of resins. That the tank needs to be changed as well. The lower surface get some scratches and some uncured resin is there, so we need to change the tank as well. So this is the expenses which we have to bear using the Formlab 2 printer.
Okay. Thank you.
how feasible it is to keep changing the cartridges. So suppose today I'm printing something with gray resin, and tomorrow I want to do a clear resin
Yes, ma'am.
model. So so this resin tank has to be removed,
Yes, ma'am. It has to
and
be removed
yeah, and it
with
can
every
be
resin.
reused whenever next required.
Yes, yes. We can reuse the same tank with the same resin.
Just need to change the cartridge and the
Yeah.
resin tank, and it can be used for different resin.
And again, it cannot be kept for long. If we have to keep it, then we have to cover it properly, so that if the resin inside the tank, it cannot be placed back into the cartridge. So gets polymerized if kept unused for a long period of time, and this spoils the lower surface of the tank, and where the light beam is penetrating inside and getting the layer hardened. We need to regularly use it, right, the wastage of the tank.
Yes.
So this is what all for today from my side. Anything else which anyone wants to ask?
Um, no more questions?
No more questions?
So we have been using
I've been
the
using
less expensive one
less
uh,
expensive one
for
uh,
making
for
anatomy
making
models
anatomy models
for the Department of Anatomy. So
for the
whatever they had
Department of
in their
Anatomy. So
museum,
whatever they had in their museum,
we could scan them and 3D
we
print.
could scan them and 3D print.
Okay. So if
Okay.
no more questions,
So if no more questions,
we can leave.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
okay, ma'am. Okay.